There are a number of different reports here that I want to run and share these reports with you just so that you can get a glimpse as to what is actually going on around the country. And so we can get kind of a big picture, look at the landscape around this country as well. The vast majority of people are struggling now, according to all the reports. And ultimately, we got to bang the drums that we got up on the table and do whatever we possibly can get the word out to Congress. We need some cash serious. We've got to get some cash anyway. Report number 1 shows that 71% of retirees who responded to this new survey are seeing that this inflation is digging into their retirement. There's a lot of you who are retirees, maybe living on a fixed income like Social Security retirement or maybe SSI benefits or maybe a pension or something like this. The vast majority of people, probably more than 71% of people are probably experiencing this inflation digging into your retirement in an aggressive way. Because here's the deal, the vast majority of people who are retired are either very wealthy and do not have a fixed income like Social Security or maybe like a pension or something like that. And again, they don't need it simply because they have so much money staked away. For most people, the average person who was retired is either living on a pension, so maybe you work for a bunch of years and you pay in it, and now you're living on a pension, again a fixed income, or you're living on Social Security, which is the fact for the vast majority of retirees, and now here you are living on a fixed income from Social Security retirement benefits, which probably the most common situation for the vast majority of people. The vast majority of people are experiencing this inflation in a big way. Let's go on to this next report here, and this one shows that 81% of adults in the US are anticipating a deep recession in 2022. A lot of people are anticipating based on the current situation, interest rates, inflation, everything going on right now, the global situation that we are going to fall into a deep recession sometime in 2022. In addition, the people on Wall Street making millions of dollars a year, they are probably managing tens of billions, maybe hundreds of billions of dollars. The simple fact is these are very well-known people. They watch things very closely, and now a bunch of these people are starting to come out and say, oh, we are jumping right on the bandwagon of a deep recession sometime in 2022. And I've even seen a couple of estimates coming out in 2023. Either way, a lot of people are in the consensus that this ship is going down and we've got a leaker and this sucker is going down. The consensus is saying as far as the 81% of people in this survey, as well as a lot of big names out on Wall Street. These big people, they are calling on this as well, but only time will tell, right? About a year ago, the rate on the aligned interest rate on a 30-year fixed mortgage was below 3%. For those of you who maybe had mortgages or things like that back in the 70s and 80s, rates back then you were taking like 17%, 15%, and 12%. You know that what I mean when it dropped to 10%. Just about a year ago, rates on a 30-year fixed mortgage were below 3%. Incredible, like record low rates. Just yesterday alone, the rates on a 30 years fixed mortgage are now over 5%. Why? The report say this is going to have a huge impact on the housing market. Because as these rates continue to move higher, that just means that payments are also moving higher for anybody that's shopping for a home right now. So either they lower their price tag or they simply step out of the housing market. And as of about maybe I want to say, they were sitting around 4.5%, so they've gone up another 0.5% here in about a week. Alright, let's quickly talk about another report here, and this one is showing a survey across a lot of adults here in the US. and shows how COVID had impacted people over the last couple of years here. The survey is showing 42% of people have resumed some of their pre-COVID activities. At the same time, 27% of those people said that COVID had minimal impact on their lives. At that time, 14% of respondents also did say that COVID had zero impact on their activities and what they actually did. So, according to this report, only 14% of the people out there had zero impact on COVID to their activity level and what they were actually doing pre-COVID. Meanwhile, the other one is that 86% of people are saying that COVID has dramatically impacted their lives. At the same time, 17% of people in the same survey have said that basically they're back and they are not doing anything that they have done pre-COVID. So, whatever they were doing pre-COVID, they have not picked up any of those activities. Just to see that considering the president was out earlier today, still using COVID as a good excuse to postpone student loan payments. Honestly, there are so many people struggling in this country right now, and you know, the people that have the power to do something about it. I've been talking about this $10 billion COVID relief bill that the CNA has been working on. So, guess that they brought it to the floor in the CNA yesterday and fell. So, they tried to get it moving forward and didn't go anywhere. They held a vote to proceed and it failed. 47 to 52, they needed 60 votes. Congress continues to play around with these ideas on stimulus checks.